Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How are we today?
How are we feeling?
How are you feeling?
Well, parts of me have improved. My vocal box has not improved. I would say my vocal box has gotten worse, but we're congestion-wise, we're on an upswing. It's moved to my chest, so now there's just this like horrific cough mucus thing happening, which is what I imagine Ashleigh would say is bronchitis. But yeah. So hi, Jacob. How are you doing?
Jacob, it was lovely seeing you on the Get to Know the Mod team.
Oh my gosh, it's so great. Jack was there.
Our team.
Val was there. Yeah, you were there. It was amazing.
Vidor, Jacob, great to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy almost to May.
Good day. Oh my god.
How crazy is that? Yeah.
Yikes.
It's pretty nerds.
How are we almost 5 months into this year?
I know.
It's okay, Jacob. It's NAB.
Jacob, how is tour? Are you still on tour? And how's life? Do you guys have any live shows coming up? Any deadline for getting that voice back?
Recording.
Yeah, we're supposed to record next week, so that's a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, well, not on you.
Well, considering I'm starting to get sick, yes, it is. It is exponential pressure on me.
So real bad. But we're doing our best to rest work.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah,
doing the things. So very excited.
It was very nice. Yes.
Yeah, this is fine. Totally. We finished up and back home. Next one is in June.
Hi, JC.
Really
awesome.
Glad to hear that you are back home, that you're safe, and that it was an adventure, and you're going to Europe.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
Oh my goodness.
I feel for you bringing your gear to another country.
Yeah, how does that work?
Oh my god.
That's really wild. Hi, JC. Good day. We're doing well. How are you doing? Courtney is getting better slowly but surely. We have her on her medicine schedule, and right after this she gets to take her second dose of the day, and I'm very excited for her.
Oh, bless you.
I have her on
my God.
on a schedule, so
I'm very excited for her, she says.
I am. Literal nightmare. I think we're renting. I'm really glad to hear that you're renting.
I think that's wise.
The Annoyed Flamingo. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Thanks for being here. Anyone that's new, I'm Ashleigh. This is Courtney.
Hi.
We're CA in LA. We're Courtney and Ashleigh in Los Angeles. We're best friends, filmmakers, musicians.
And we're also variety streamers.
Yes. So thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started because we've got a packed episode.
Ooh.
I found so many things, so much news, and yeah, let's jump in.
She's just so silly, JC.
Let's show you what we've got going on. So last week we were on the road, and it was a bumpy ride, and thank you for your patience with us as we were navigating internet, and shout out Ghost Kits for providing stable internet.
Amazing.
Genuinely. Thank you so much.
We're back to normal audio.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hi, Chris.
It's great to see you.
Bless you.
So week 7, we asked for you to tell us something that inspires you.
Ashleigh inspires me every day.
Wow.
You do.
You inspire me every day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Something else that inspires me is being able to take a gallon of milk to and from Vegas. So we have a little...
You were inspired by a gallon of milk. It is true.
Elvis Jugsley.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Ashleigh crafted it last night. No, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
And
yeah.
it's
you can't really see it, but
it's a gallon of milk with Elvis hair. We'll tell you the lore later because, like Ash said, we do have a packed episode. It's wonderful.
Okay, so to get started, what actor has surprised you the most? Did we just become best friends? Hi, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
How are you?
Isn't it amazing? It's so good. She was building it, and we're all obsessed. And Ashleigh and I are keeping that.
Yeah.
We took a whole gallon of milk across state lines because it was frozen solid, and we thought it was going to thaw when we went to NAB. It did not, and it made its way back home. I will say, Shailene Woodley, because she's just consistently bad. I really thought that Secret Life of an American Teenager was like, okay, this is just like a scripted, not very good, fine. And then consistently bad.
Charles Melton was really surprising for me.
Okay.
He was in May, December, and he was in Beef season 2. And I was just, I was really, really surprised with his performance. Not that I had any bad feelings towards him, but I was really, really surprised at his depth and range, and he was great.
Yeah, he did great. He did a great job.
Harold Perrineau killing his role in From.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. In From. Okay, the name of the project is From. Hi, Wade.
Hi, Wade. JC, it's not that I don't like her. I'm like, oh, man. It doesn't have to be this way.
I won't lie. I started Paradise season 2, and when it started with her, I was like, ooh, I don't know. And we stopped. we stopped.
Well, also it was just heavy. Beef season 2 was wild.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people on the interwebs do not enjoy it, but I thought it was good. I thought it was great that they split into two couples, and that it was a lot bigger than them, as opposed to season 1 where it was like completely about the two characters.
Yeah, I agree with that. I enjoyed it.
From a thriller series by MGM. Okay, we're gonna write that down.
Meatloaf in Fight Club.
I didn't know Meatloaf was in Fight Club.
I also didn't know that.
So,
okay, and what was surprising about that?
Okay, let's go ahead and jump in.
Corey, you mean why don't people care for Beef season 2? Is that what you're asking?
People are upset that it has nothing to do with season 1, and it's like, if you don't understand that White Lotus is a standalone, then I can't help you with Beef, and that seems to be the sentiment, is that a lot of people just don't understand that it is a similar world, but it has nothing to do. It's an anthology.
Right. And JC, we started it, but it's just a little too close to home.
Yeah.
That we're like, I don't need to watch this. It was like watching Civil War. It's like we don't need to do that right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Ryan Reynolds, he proved himself as more than just Flash in the pan. I thought he's peaked at Van Wilder, but he had many hits beyond that. Deadpool.
His comedy is perfect for Deadpool, I will say. And the Pikachu movie.
Yeah.
He was great. That was a great movie.
There's also a movie where it's a really dark comedy with Anna Kendrick that I'm blanking on the name of it, but that was also Voices. I think it's called Voices. He's so good in that. But yeah, Corey, exactly. If audiences can't understand that it is an anthology, then I can understand why they don't like Beef.
Also, I don't know how much they could have continued on with season 1 into season 2 and like continue the storyline.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been good.
Yeah, I appreciate that they understood their limitations with Beef season 2, that we went from 10 episodes from season 1 to 8 episodes season 2.
And the cinematography in season 2.
Cinematography is just extraordinary.
It is.
Like, freaking love it. His name was Robert Paulson Bob. I knew Meatloaf had done some acting before, but in the fact you didn't really see him as Meatloaf in Fight Club.
Okay.
Yeah, did not clock that at all. It's kind of like Tom Cruise being in Tropic Thunder. Had no idea it was him until the end, and I was like, oh my gosh, of course it's him.
Right.
Got you the same reason a lot of people stopped watching Handmaid's Tale. Courtney. That's exactly
correct.
Thank you for answering this.
Yeah.
His name is Robert Paulson. Thank you, Wade. Okay, so let's get into some recommendations. Y'all, we have been talking about Atropia since we saw it at Sundance 2025, and thank goodness it is finally out. It is on Mubi.
It's available for everybody to watch.
Now, talking about things that hit a little bit too close to home, this is a satire about war and America.
But at least it's funny.
It's a little bit of a period piece. Tom Cruise is in Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
He's like the boss man who dances at the end.
He has prosthetics and stuff, so I can understand why.
Yeah, but like what?
That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like Fargo because they didn't get it. It was an anthology series. But you have like Ryan Murphy, who aren't American Horror Story, aren't all of those anthologies?
Yes, and I was deeply upset by that because I loved season 1 and I was like, I'm so excited to see this. Oh my gosh. And I haven't watched it since then.
There you
I
go.
haven't done it.
There you go.
So I do get it.
So Utopia, it's a satire. It's a comedy. If you are in the mood for something that is going to stretch your brain a little bit, I highly recommend this. Again, it is on Mubi. If you aren't familiar with Mubi as a platform, they have a lot of Criterion Collection, a lot of foreign films, a lot of films that you are not going to ever see on things like Netflix, Hulu, HBO. So if you're a fan of indie film and like off the beaten path film festival films, highly recommend Mubi and checking it out. And then while you're over there, check out Utopia.
I love that this is the still they picked.
They actually changed it and it's a turtle that's wearing like war gear. And I was like, nope, this is it.
No, it is this.
American Horror Story is an anthology series too.
Yes.
H. Coven was a good one. Lost me after that. Totally. Sometimes the gimmick wears out.
Yeah.
I get it.
And there are so many of them.
Okay, so Widow's Bay, I thought this was a drama at first, but apparently it's a horror comedy. 10 episodes, released weekly on Wednesdays. It's about a New England mayor trying to boost tourism on his island, must navigate strange events suggesting it might be cursed. This seems to be a real theme in content lately, that we are looking at maybe cursed places as a newcomer. So check that out. Apple TV, April 29th. What's up, Willie?
Hi, welcome in.
Note to self to die for IMAX, the movie about the 24-hour race in France. Wow, I have not heard about that. A 24-hour race in France?
Oh my God.
Whoa. What stamina you must
Heard a
have.
lot about bike races
Yeah.
and marathons. Apparently somebody ran a marathon every mile under 5 minutes.
Yeah, the London Marathon, and then second place also ran it under 2 hours, but got second place.
Yeah,
Poor thing.
lost by 30 seconds, I think. Insane.
Yeah, I heard this one balances horror and comedy very well without turning cheesy or no payoff from the scary bits.
Oh,
love to hear that. All right,
okay.
so Corey recommends.
Okay, great.
Potentially. They crew with 2 drivers or 3. Oh, that's smart. I don't think that it would be great to have one person responsible for that for 24 hours.
No.
24 hours of Le Mans. I miss racing that mobile phone on Real Racing 3. Okay, House of the Spirits. This is not really being talked about a lot, but I'm really intrigued by it. It's multi-generational women, and it's a century-spanning family saga set against bloody revolution and magical realism in Chile, told through the eyes of a granddaughter looking back. So a little bit of a time jump series if you're a fan of that, but it is a drama, 8 episodes. There'll be 3 episodes dropping today with weekly episodes on Wednesdays.
Corey, 100%. They do not have the same back and knees as the rest of us. They are built different.
Sure don't.
I don't know what is going on, but yeah.
Yeah.
Different.
So highly interested in this episode or in that show.
And North Flamingo, we just heard about that in this show.
In this sitting.
We're gonna check it out.
Yeah. Okay. I could not help myself. What do you mean, should I marry a murderer?
Yeah, this title doesn't really.
Why?
I mean, it's an eye grabber.
Yeah, it got me.
then
but
you're like, wait a second.
Should I marry a
What?
murderer?
No.
It's a documentary. It's 3 episodes, and it's about a fiance turned key witness revealing how she stayed engaged to a man accused of murder while gathering evidence against him in a documentary series. It's out on Netflix right now, and okay.
That is insane.
It just, yeah. I guess they did their job because I'm intrigued, and then I'm also like,
No,
why?
of course not. But then you read what it's about and you go, oh, okay, never mind. She knows she shouldn't do that. She's helping solve the problem. Okay.
Yes. And then she's like, and then we got married, and you're like, oh, okay.
No.
We have been really in a nature lane, and I found this on PBS today, 4 episodes. It's called Shared Planet. It's a docu-series, and it's displaying how people and wildlife thrive together worldwide, from urban nature projects to Kenyan savannas, Mexican agave fields, and coral reefs, revealing sustainable ways humans and nature coexist. really wholesome right after it was Earth Day. So, some good stuff. Stockholm, I know, right? Stockholm syndrome, serious. Okay, Man on Fire. This is for all of our action friends. There are 7 episodes, with all episodes dropped tomorrow on Netflix. Haunted by his past and hunted by his enemies, a special forces veteran fights to keep a teenage girl alive on the deadly streets of Rio de Janeiro. This one has like really, really great reviews, and everyone has said that this is a very hype, bless you, a very hype action-based episodic. Needs something light every now and then. Adding this to the list, wholesome. Corey, if you haven't watched This Is a Gardening Show on Netflix with
God,
Zach
so
Galifianakis, the episodes are 15 to 16 minutes long. They're only 6 episodes. It's so good. It's so wholesome. You will
very, very good.
learn, and then it's also humorous. Isn't this based on the movie Denzel Washington did?
It seems like it. I think they're named the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of the concepts that are coming out are either based on films that have been released or on books. Also on articles is becoming a really big thing. So you never know. I mean, Zola was written based off of a Twitter thread.
That was insane. And I'm really glad that happened.
Corey, highly recommend. This Is a Gardening Show.
Yes.
I learned so much, and the corn episode is my favorite.
It's amazing.
It's so funny. Shout out Marie. This is another concept that isn't really getting a lot of esteem and fanfare, but heard really, really great things about it. It's called Glory. It's a crime thriller. There's no real information about how many episodes, other than it's a crime thriller and that it's really, really good. It's about 2 brothers investigating a murder in a small town boxing community while navigating a fraught reunion with their father, a renowned coach. It will be on Netflix on May 1st. Also, it's like one of the brothers is making a bid to be an Olympian. So there's that backdrop of sports and crime and entanglements with your family. GCO, I hate when they take a movie and turn it into a series. Hate when they did that in Taken. There was a show that something that I just read, and they turned it into a television show, and I was like, why did you do that? I think it's in the slides. You had me at crime thriller.
I think there was one, you read the book, Serious People? No. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Yeah.
I don't think you felt very positively about that.
I didn't. Man, they just cannot come up with unused major titles, eh?
I know.
Nope, they sure can't, Vidor. I was into the Zola epic. We going to Florida. I give it to Riley Keough, because I never would have casted Riley Keough as the character in that whole story. Wade loved it.
Yeah, she did great.
Obsessed. Okay, in theaters, y'all. Okay, Devil Wears Prada 2, which is a comedy. All of the main cast is back, because why wouldn't they be?
Sure.
It's following Marina Presley struggles against Emily Charlton, her former assistant rival executive, as they compete for advertising revenue amid declining print media, while Miranda nears retirement. I know Zola was so unhinged and also kept us guessing. Loved it.
We enjoyed it, yeah.
Okay. Animal Farm is coming out as an animation adventure directed by Andy Serkis. What?
I really don't know. I
don't know if it's just me that is like blown away that this is happening, but Seth Rogen, Woody Harrelson, and Glenn Close are all voice actors in this.
I was just so disturbed by the book. And so now to see it in this, it's like taking something super serious and then having Zootopia come after. It's like, what?
George Orwell is listed as a writer on this. So funny. Hi, Arco.
Crazy. Hi, Arco.
I think it should be direct to streaming. Oh, fascinating.
Okay, why do you think that?
The cast of Devil Wears Prada clearly knows the Fountain of Youth is. They look incredible. Totally.
Yeah,
We've lost the plot. Yeah, I know. Classic political book, Animal Farm. I know. Who greenlit this? Again, Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis is the director. If you don't know who Andy Serkis is, he is very, very famous for doing creature like bringing it to life in mocap, like Gollum. Andy Serkis. Okay. I'm sorry. I saw this morning and was just like,
you know, it could be a little twisted.
Yeah.
Because he just he can do that.
Totally. I do think it's gonna be interesting, but I love Seth Rogen, but like, babes, there are other people that need to work. I have a little bit of Seth Rogen fatigue.
Yeah.
Personally. Speaking of Netflix, stay clear of the movie Apex with Charlize Theron, almost a cross between Fall and Surviving the Game with Ice-T. It's not good. Interesting.
Okay.
But did someone tell him that people wanted this because they lied to him? I don't know. Gollum himself. Okay, so 2 other films that are in theaters. Hokum, which is a horror with Adam Scott, clocking in at an hour 47. A horror writer visits an Irish inn to scatter his parents' ashes, unaware the property is said to be haunted by a witch.
I bet she's awesome.
She's doing the most.
She's gotta be awesome.
And then Deep Water, if you're into disaster films, I know
sharks.
Aaron Eckhart, he's in so many disaster films. But this is a horror disaster clocking in at an hour 50, which means that you will be seated for 2.5 hours, including trailers. A group of international passengers en route from Los Angeles to Shanghai are forced to make an emergency landing in shark-infested waters. Now they must work together in hopes to overcome the frenzy of sharks drawn to the wreckage. No thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. Okay, so Jacob, you're excited for Hokum and scared, right? Yeah, you like horror. Ooh.
I have heard that Hokum and then Backrooms are really wonderful additions to this rise in indie horror films that we're seeing in cinemas. So very excited for that. Okay.
And Corey's been loving the shark movies. That's so great for you all.
Love that. What other shark movies have you seen? Have you included Shark Tale on
I was about to say that
list?
is the only shark movie I will allow in my life. All right.
So some new stuff that's going to be on Hulu in May. We've got Joyride, which is funny. You've got Past Lives. It is funny. It's funny. Okay, Courtney doesn't agree. Then we've got Past Lives. There's a lot of A24 on this list. Past Lives, which Celine Song wrote it, directed it. It's slow cinema, but really intentional cinema. Priscilla, which is a bioepic about Priscilla Presley, not Elvis Presley. I figured it was fitting because we have a jug of milk named Elvis Jugsley. And
I like it.
Minority Report, because that doesn't feel like it's going to be happening anytime soon. All is Lost, not a traditional shark movie, but a truly powerful film by Robert Redford.
Okay.
Fascinating. A lot of people on the internet yesterday found out that GIF of someone, it's the guy and it's a slow zoom in and he's got like a full beard and like full head of hair. And he's just like, that it's Robert Redford and it's not Zach Galifianakis.
Oh.
Thrash was the latest shark film. It wasn't an award-winning film, but it's an easy watch for Saturday night. Hey, that's all you need sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't need to be watching crazy things on Saturday nights in the state of this world.
No.
One Piece season 21 is out on Netflix May 1st. Land Before Time, the OG. Chris,
Let's go.
Chris, that one's for you. That film, 1988 is when it came out, just so everyone feels old with me. The Breakfast Club didn't realize that is in the Criterion Collection, but it is.
That makes sense.
And 13 Going on 30 from Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo, who almost didn't do the film because he didn't want to do the dance sequence.
Also has Andy Serkis in it.
Also has Gollum in it, the director of animated Animal Farm. Okay, in film news, I know Land Before Time, how wholesome, right? Land Before Time. Film news, Ted Lasso season 4's trailer just dropped. Ted returns to Richmond for a new mission, coaching a second division women's football team, challenging himself to build a new legacy as the team learns to take risks. Ted and his colleagues return to navigate personal challenges and foster growth at AFC Richmond. It starts August 5th, 10 episodes dropping weekly on Apple TV.
How's everyone feel about that one?
One of our friends is a writer on this.
It's true.
Chris told me Jurassic Park was a petting and hugging zoo. I can understand that Chris would tell you that.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
For all of our Lord of the Rings, ha ha ha, Andy Serkis, I'm telling you. All of our Game of Thrones fans, House of the Dragon season 3 dropped. This will be coming out June 21st on HBO. 8 episodes. Everyone's been wondering when this was going to happen. June 21st, and it will be episodic. And it's based off Fire and Blood, set 200 years before Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow.
Just so much Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Peabody Award winners were announced this week, and among the winners are Andor Season 2, Heated Rivalry, The Pit, Common Side Effects, Pluribus, Dying for Sex, and Amy Poehler will be receiving an Achievement Award.
Dying for Sex is so good. Oh my
So
goodness.
good. So Bong Joon-ho, who is the director of Parasite, which won so many films in so many awards in 2019, and he's famous for the picture of the 2 Oscars kissing. Neon has acquired his newest film, which is a animated feature, which is not Parasite. So that's going to be fascinating. He also did Mickey 17, in case you had a chance to check that out, with Robert Pattinson. And it follows a curious and endearing piglet squid of the same name that lives in the uncharted depths of the South Pacific Ocean, dreaming one day of seeing the sun and becoming the star of a wildlife documentary.
That's adorable.
Come on. It's so cute. It'll be out 2027.
And Corey, this is your last season watching House of the Dragon, you mean?
If things don't pick up, and you're like, tell him.
I haven't watched it. Game of Thrones deeply upset me.
It's fine. Ted Lasso could have ended. Didn't need more, but I will watch it. But, I really loved
fair.
when it came out. It was very wholesome. Really filled my heart.
Yeah, season 1 and season 2 were great. Season 3 fell apart a little bit.
That's good. So Credo 23 is Justine Bateman, who is Jason Bateman's sisters. No AI Film Festival that was launched in 2025. Films from the festival are now available for screening through Room C23, and for $40 you can get the unlimited streams through July 10th of the films that were in this film festival. If you haven't checked out Credo 23 and you are about human creativity, I would highly recommend checking it out.
I agree.
Some kind of really sad news. Coyote is one of the biggest film allies here in Los Angeles, not just in Los Angeles, Atlanta, Georgia, New Mexico. This week, it was announced that they're leaving Georgia and New Mexico entirely.
Wow.
They're laying off 70 people across their Atlanta and Los Angeles stages. They're cutting back on LA stages, including closing the West Hollywood sound stages.
Jeez.
I don't know why June 21st, 8 episodes, HBO is still in there.
Hi,
But Coyote operates film fleets, production supplies, and sound stages across multiple states. This is really, really bad news. So many shows are filmed here, and this is part of a restructuring because the industry is slow.
dying.
It's very slow. No AI, I'm listening. Yeah, check out Credo 23, Wade. Reed Morano, who crafted the image and the idea for what Handmaid's Tale would look like and feel like, as well as Justine Bateman and so many other advocates are a part of Credo 23. So I think you would really enjoy it. So Variety posted this article on April 25th, which alerted the masses to fanfic, and specifically with The Pit. And what it's doing is driving Hollywood executives to ponder, should we indeed have longer seasons? So fascinating, right? Because what they found with The Pit through both of the seasons is that the rise of having multiple seasons come out within a year of each other has actually led to more engagement. Surprise.
I know that makes
online
all of the sense in the world.
And so we're seeing the rise of engagement through fanfic, that you have these whole worlds that fans are building upon and dreaming about all of these different possibilities, mostly in the romance sector. So it's really funny seeing all of the different varieties that people have written about in The Pit. But I love that it's opening the door for executives who make the decisions to see, hey, there is investment and there is engagement and people do want longer seasons. So fingers crossed that this goes somewhere, but also LOL that we're talking about fanfic out in the world.
Right.
We've been following the Paramount Skydance acquisition for Warner Brothers Discovery since the start of this. If you don't know, Paramount Skydance is acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery in a $111 billion transaction, which will be one of the largest mergers in media history. On April 23rd, last Thursday, shareholders voted to approve the company's acquisition by Paramount Skydance. Surprise.
No surprise.
And Warner shareholders, though, did reject a separate measure outlining the post-merger payment structure for company executives. They said, cool, you're going to sell it, but you can't have money. Where we go from here is that the DOJ is examining the deal, as well as antitrust authorities in EU and the UK. In Europe, regulators are likely to prod Paramount to sell smaller European cable brands, to divest niche channels, or to spin off certain regional assets. I really wish America would do that. And state attorney generals have been mulling over taking action to block the deal, including Elizabeth Warren, who said after the shareholder vote, state attorney generals across the country are stepping up to stop this antitrust disaster. And there is mounting speculation that California Attorney General Rob Bonta will be prepping a legal challenge. Are they still building?
They're still trying to fight it.
Are they still building those studios in Vegas? I'm not sure, because different sectors are growing while others are going smaller. Okay, finally, NAB was last week. Courtney took home a souvenir of bronchitis. NAB show is the National Association of Broadcasters. It's the largest media, entertainment, and technology convention in the world, held every April in Las Vegas. We just wrapped out the convention last Wednesday, and we were there for the final bell.
We were, and we were all told to go eat a vegetable.
We
Ashleigh
did.
and I have since eaten many vegetables.
We did.
Yeah.
So the NAB show stats, there were 58K plus attendees, as they say. 146 countries were represented, 132 first-time exhibitors, 48% were first-time attendees, and there were 550 plus content sessions. The content creator attendance increased 140% over 2025, but remember, there was not a content creator category in 2025. So corporate media professionals almost doubled to 13,000 plus. And I'm not going to lie, it felt really empty. So I don't know that I agree with these numbers, but
this stat fights my eyes. It fights what our eyes saw.
Yeah, because it was relatively dead.
And what everyone that we spoke to experienced.
Yeah. So I am
not great.
finding it hard to believe that there's a 5% increase in attendance, up from 55% in 2025. But that's what the stats say, and we're just reporting back.
I bet they do.
Our highlights, I know that this is from last week, but I wanted to just post them again. We got to record a song while we were out in Vegas. We got to meet the NASA production team for Artemis 2. That was so cool. They're in the bottom left-hand corner. And we got to speak at the Creator Lab twice. Once about on the go or at home, redefining what a production setup can look like. Literally, we live broadcast both of these. And we also streamed on the road. And then we got to have a practical guide to your streaming setup, what gear and what advice we have. So very fun stuff. And we took over Adobe Live. We were posting 4 reels a day, and Courtney and I learned so much about workflows.
Yes, we did.
And color mode launched. And so Court is going to get into color mode.
That's right. Wade, it wasn't. The years that Ashleigh and I have gone, when this was our 8th year, it has not been dead. This year was very noticeable.
It was to the point that when we were going and visiting a lot of our friends who have booths and are reputable companies, they were like, "Oh, you guys are like wandering around. Is it busier anywhere else? Are they just like not coming down this way?" And
everybody was saying that. So
yeah, people that were like in main traffic areas were also notating how dead it was. So there's that. But On to tutorials. Look at this time, 11:35.
I know.
You have 25 whole minutes. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
How are you going to demonstrate
Try not to
color
cough
mode?
through the whole thing. Okay, as you have heard, I am very sick and my head feels like I'm in a fishbowl, but bear with me. So we're going to be talking about color mode. I talked a little bit about this a couple episodes ago, but for anybody who didn't see it or hasn't had a chance to play with it, I'm going to just go over the panels that I talked about a little bit, so that we're all on the same page and that we understand what these things do, because they are so great. It is really intuitive. So if I don't get to go over everything, just take a second. Has anybody in chat had a chance to play with color mode or is interested in it? It was right after I did a full-fledged tutorial on Lumetri. And I was talking to Jason and he was like, oh, we've got something else in the pipeline. I was like, you do? Tell me more. I really love color mode. And I think most of the things that we've heard, people are just upset that they have to learn a new UI. But it's, like I said, it is so unbelievably intuitive that here.
I don't think that you are still
All right, one sec.
linked.
Give me a sec.
At work, tuning in now.
I'm going to just...
Yep. Yeah, it's really fascinating, Corey. They were doing tutorials all through NAB, and it was fascinating getting people's insight of first thoughts. And
yeah. So this is going to look a lot different than Lumetri. So, and this is in Premiere Beta. This is not in, I don't want to say regular Premiere, but yeah, it is not out of beta. But we have a new color tab that is up here. And so when we open it, we're going to have our sequence and all of our clips on our right side. Again, this is fully customizable, which I deeply enjoy, because then you can make it however you want to make it, which is great. But now we have these new settings down here, and I love how condensed they are, because we can make it super small, and the majority of my laptop screen is now my footage, which is exactly what we want. It stopped me from leaving DaVinci, or from learning DaVinci for now anyway. Yeah, so let me show you some cool stuff that we can do. One, we don't have to deal with adjustment layers anymore. We can actually add a clip adjustment or a sequence adjustment, which is going to adjust all of the clips if we want to. So if a client says, well, maybe this whole thing is just a little bit dark, we can add a sequence adjustment. So everything in here, these are called modules. So we have our color and contrast module, our color shift, and our detail module. These are going to be set up automatically for you. You don't have to add them. And we have our adjustments down here. So this is going to be our global adjustment. Then we have our shadows, highlights, and plus, which means you can select and add a zone yourself. What I really like about these is as I hover, you can see that they change. So you know exactly which part of the image is changing with you, which is incredible. Also, these are bilateral. So I will show you what I mean. So our footage is completely flat right now. So I'm going to add some contrast. I can click on it and let go. And this is a heads up table, or a HUTs table as they call it. It'll stay here. Or,
I didn't know it was called a HUT or a heads up table. Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
Or heads up display, excuse me. So I can click and leave it, or I can just click once and let go. But if I move up and down, this is adjusting the contrast for the entire image. And you can see this center line that says pivot. That is the dead middle of the image. But if I move left to right, I can actually move that pivot point. So if I say, all right, maybe I want to adjust the shadows, the contrast in the shadows a little bit more, I can move it to the left and that pivot line moves, and then I can move up and down again. And you can see it does most of the adjustments to the shadows, not the rest of the image, which is incredible. So I have way more freedom to be able to work through this image if I want to, which is fabulous. Like I said, most of the controls are like this. I'm going to add just a quick grade really quick. So, and then watching everything in real time, all of your adjustments is fabulous. These hue shifts down here, it detects what colors are already in your image. So we've got our blues, which you can see it's getting the van. This might be a little bit hard to see, but the van has some blues in it. We've got our oranges, and it starts to, again, show you exactly what colors it's detecting, which is great. What I love about color mode is that it is teaching you how to color grade as you work. It's absolutely incredible. Then we can also add our texture, sharpness, all of these fancy little things. So what do I want to show you? Okay, so let's add a clip adjustment. So let's say we've never color graded before and we are like, Courtney, I don't know what any of these things are. That is okay. What I also love, in speaking of teaching you how to color grade, so we have a clip. Let's go to one that's flat. Let's say this one. All right, so I have my clip adjustment right here, which you can also just double click and rename. Please rename your layers. It's very similar. Don't get yourself confused. So I'm going to hit the plus sign and add, instead, we're going to go to a clip style. This is not technically a LUT. It is a fully customizable look. So let's do warmer, let's say. But all these presets, you can see what they look like before you click on them, which is amazing. So let's just do the warmest. Maybe I want to do, maybe we'll do high saturation. Okay. So it tells me exactly what this image is made of, that it's added saturation to it, which is amazing. Because now, like I said, I am able to learn as I go. And I can also just click and delete them if I don't like it. So let's do another clip style. Maybe, so now it's showing these are condensed modules. See, if you click on them, they'll condense like this. But if you open them up, it tells you exactly what it is that has made this look the way that it is. So if you find something that you really like one of the looks, you now learn how to recreate it, which is very important because, again, it is teaching you to color grade as you work. And again, we can add one for an entire sequence and make everything look this way if we want. So maybe we want everything. I don't know why we'd want that, but maybe. So now it's going to add that pink look to everything. And keep in mind, this footage is all flat, which is why it does not all turn pink. But so adding a sequence is very nice. We can also do a group of clips. So if I have, maybe I just want my inserts to be a certain color, or maybe I just want these two clips over here to be the same color. I'll work
I'm
up
sorry,
here.
it's okay. Where are those clips? Oh. Just in case we don't know.
So I can just click on one, shift click on another one. And now, I'm so sorry, Ashleigh, you were going to be all over the place.
Yeah, totally.
Can you move us back to the,
to
the right? Thank you. So now that I have these clips selected, you can see there's another little box that pops up here. This is my selection. So these are my only two clips, which is fabulous because now I've created my own group of things and I can get as intricate as I want. So now I can go in and add adjustments. I can do the same thing. I can add a style to these, but let's add an adjustment and my basic modules will pop up again. Blew my mind. Isn't it cool? It's so cool, Corey. Yes, but wait, there's more.
What?
Yes, I know.
More.
Okay. So they're really, really great for brainstorming, but let's do something else. Let's say we want to start from scratch and I don't need detail. I don't need any of this stuff. So let's actually go to style. And instead of our presets, we're going to go to style modules. And this is all of the different modules that will make up the looks that you have. And I can actually pre-build my own look or my own LUT or style. So maybe I want to do film color and maybe I want to do color and contrast. So I just shift click and that's how I get all of these extras. And maybe I want to do color shift. No, I don't. Maybe I want to do contrast kit. I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go. And now all of these, now we've created our own little look. And the film color, I really love the film looks a lot. Fuji, I deeply enjoy. But now these are different film looks that you can create and mess with and have a great time working through all of them. And then again, please make sure you rename things. See, I've already lost where I was because I didn't rename it. But double click rename your layer. So now let's say I want to save this because I want this for later. Oh my God, I almost made myself cough. Okay, we got to be careful. All right, so now we're going to save our preset and we're going to call it Coats Preset. Okay, so now once I have that, if I were to go into a sequence and go to sequence style, my presets, Coats Preset, there she is.
Oh my gosh. Corey says, and then you can just drag them to the whole sequence if you decide to use that overall.
So if you want to use it overall, you just make a sequence adjustment. That's it. You don't have to drag and click. You don't have to do any of that. So here, I'll delete. I'll show you again. So sequence, our sequence settings right here. We're going to plus sign, then we're going to add a sequence style. And then under my preset, user presets, my presets, coats, preset. And now all of the clips are not flat anymore, and they all have this Fuji look that I've added. Of course, these are different because I was color grading a little bit earlier. Okay, and copying and pasting your look has never been easier. Thank goodness. So let's say I have a grade on this that I like. I can just Command C, Command V, and now my color grade's copied. Thank goodness. Like, we don't have to, if you guys have used Premiere before for color grading, normally you would have to do this crazy keyboard shortcut and then try to only click the color grade. You don't want to click the zoom or the audio or anything. No, this is just affecting the color, which makes your copy and paste so much faster, which I love. Okay.
Adding color grading to my resume.
You can.
Yeah.
Because it is this intuitive and advanced, and I love it so much. All right. So now let's say that I really like how this clip looks and I need this to be my marker. So maybe I'm doing a feature film and this is in scene 1 and I need it as a reference for later. Comparison view is very cool. It is right here. Now we have a button for it. We don't have to click through Lumetri to find it in our colors. So click there. And now this can show us the before and after grade. And I can also click which one is the current or original. So original, current, yay. So right now it's comparing the clip to itself because I don't have anything else selected, which is fine. We can also drag. Yes, love it.
So now you too can create all of those fun videos that you see on color grading influencers.
I've been looking for a plugin to allow me to do that for a long time, and I just don't have it.
Here you go.
Now I can just do it myself. So let's say we want to compare these 3 clips. I just shift clicked, and it has chosen this one of this woman as my reference, which is why it's highlighted orange. But maybe I want to change that. So what I can actually do, which is awesome, is, let's switch that back, is if I want this clip over here to be my main reference clip, I'll get out of comparison view just so I can show you. I'm going to right click on it, and it's going to be add color reference marker. This is different than regular markers. You can add regular ones, but it's not going to do what I'm showing you. So add color reference marker, which is for this clip, and we see our little friend popped up here. We can also relabel it if we need to, but blue is fine for right now. Okay, so now that that's our color reference, we're going to go into our comparison view. Actually, let's see. Let's pretend we've got all of these. Okay, so my color reference is somewhere lost in the midst of my footage, and I'm in the middle of comparing these 2 clips. So what I'm going to do is go to Window, Markers, and this was my clip right here, but I'm going to click the hamburger menu, and I want to ignore selection in timeline because that's going to ignore the 3 clips that I did select as my comparison view. So make sure this is checked on, and show sequence and clip markers. So this is my reference clip that I wanted, and I'm going to right click, pin as comparison. And now my footage from way earlier in my project, I was now just able to pin as my comparison footage for the other, excuse me, so sorry, as the other clips that I am trying to now color grade too. Is this all making sense so far?
Yeah, this is really cool.
It's very cool. I love this feature. It's one of my favorite ones. I was like, okay, but every time I'm working in something in software that's new, I always go, okay, but what if this? What if this? And so to have the ability to change the comparison view is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, again, if you don't have it, we just go to Window, Markers, and then those couple adjustments, and now we can compare them, which is fabulous. Making sense. Cool. And also, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'm going to close this. Also, I forgot to mention, if we want to edit our style, Coats preset. So let's say we end up doing some other fun things. Then we are going to...
Yep, something I would not have thought of until I was mid-edit.
Yeah.
Totally,
I'm always doing that. So it's very easy. I can make any adjustments that I want to make on this one. hit save preset the exact same way that we created the preset, save, and then overwrite, and it will overwrite my preset to do any adjustments. Make it sense?
I love that.
I love it too. I love this whole thing. I love it a lot.
For those of you that don't edit, that are tuned in because of the kindness of your heart, does this make color seem any easier?
I really hope so.
Because for me, seeing the XY axis and being able to move with the color wheels, it makes it make so much more sense, because I'm able to see what colors are represented in an image, and I'm able to see exactly, I don't know, the UI. The UI just feels really good.
I love that you can see the colors, and you can see, oh, now I'm only making adjustments to the highlights if I'm over, like, it just makes it so much more intuitive for me to also just have an understanding, because there have been times too where if you can't see it, sometimes in this example, if we look at the top of the fanny pack, there's some black in there, which means that that's a highlight. But maybe my brain would say, well, it's not as bright as the sky, so that's more of a mid-tone to me. You can see exactly what it is to know what you're adjusting.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Welcome in.
We're doing really well. Courtney is a little under the weather because she took home a souvenir from NAB. Sickness. But how are you doing?
If you edit your preset, you will have to redo it, which may seem like a pain, but honestly, I prefer it, because if you want to make adjustments for something moving forward, you can. So I would just go in, delete the sequence adjustment, and re-add it, which is only 2 clicks.
This makes it seem super nice and easy to figure out, but also it totally makes me understand it all way easier. Helps. Coat is a good teacher. Totally.
I try to be. So now I've talked about object mask, and this is gonna be the last thing that I talk about. We've done it as far as putting text behind, but now let's use it in color. Yeah.
What?
We love it. Okay, so we have our object mask tool down here.
So for those of you that don't know what object masking is, it's basically that you see on this image that there is a fanny pack. So the object mask is going to be able to select just the fanny pack.
Or just the man.
Just the person.
Yeah, so we've got 2. I'm going to do the fanny pack. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to take its time. And now it's muted everything else. Actually, what we want to do first is we want to add an operation and add a clip adjustment, because I want this to just be for the fanny pack. So now I'm going to take my object mask.
So clip adjustment is similar to making a layer.
Yes, on this specific clip. There aren't really, well, there are fanny packs and other clips, but I don't want to do this for sequence because this would not have any idea what it's trying to track. Okay, so let's also turn this on so you can see. These are our overlays. You're going to want to make sure you turn it off to see your color grade at the end, but I've selected our fanny pack.
Fanny pack.
And now maybe I'll turn off my overlay. So maybe I want to just make it a little bit brighter. And now it is only adjusting the fanny pack. Maybe, I don't know, let's just do something dramatic. Let's just make it. Oh, actually, while we're here, I'm going to show you something else. So when we're doing any sort of hue shift or saturation, what is really cool about this is that this one is another bilateral one. So if I move up and down, this is specifically adjusting which hue all the way around the color wheel. We can see it moving. Or if I move side to side, it is selecting how much of that color is going to be adjusted. Does that make sense? It is so cool. So it's not necessarily just saying, all right, well, all blue. It's going to actually, to make this work, I'm going to have to do yellow, because that's literally the color of the fanny pack. There we go. So I can change it orange, red. Of course, it'll get kind of wonky, but if I say, all right, maybe I don't want all of the yellow, I just want like a tiny sliver of it. So then you can make really, really incremental adjustments, which is crazy. But just for the sake of this, I'm going to make it super pink just so that we can actually see what's going on. Because color grade is all about micro adjustments. And I'm like, Ashleigh, okay, before and after, what's going on? She's like, I honestly can't see any of that. I don't know what you're saying. Like, do you see it? It's just this right here. So it's all micros. Anyway, So now that we've made our fanny pack bright pink and super fun, we're going to track this. So I'm just going to right click and track mask.
Tracking helps you keep that effect through the duration of the clip.
Correct. And as we track it, you will see our effects panel comes up. So there are a couple ways to do this. You could drop in your effects panel and track from there, but I just find that the right click does the job. All right, so let's play it out.
That is a vibrant fanny pack.
It's a very vibrant fanny pack, but it does a great job. He is ready.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So let's try something a little bit more difficult. And then yeah, okay, great. So let's do our object mask. Let's add a clip adjustment, object mask. And so this is going to select her as a whole. And we're like, well, I only want the jacket, right? Very easy to do. So we're just going to do let's bring our mask back so you can see. Click the minus, and then I'm going to stay on the lasso tool. It does not need to be perfect. You just get an idea. And this is on a trackpad, so proof that it's doing a good job. And now I just have the jacket. So even though object mask will do this if you, with its hands, if you want to make any micro adjustments, you still can do that with the lasso tool. And then we will do the exact same thing that we did before. Maybe let's turn this off and let's change the temperature. And same idea, we'll right click. We will, where is it? Dun, 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 dun. Track mask, and off it goes.
Dang.
So this one will have to be separate masks because you can see only half of her jacket is orange. Oh, there it goes. See, fascinating. So this one would require more work, but you get the idea. And that is a very quick but hopefully robust look at color mode. Please mess around with it. If you have any questions, you can always jump in Discord and our Adobe Live channel and ask. More than happy to answer them for you, as Ashleigh and I have been playing with this for a while now.
Couple days.
Yeah. Much longer than a couple days. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. And I hope this made it a little bit easier for you guys to get started.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being here for color mode. So we'll be back next Wednesday for episode 9 at 11 a.m. Pacific. And your homework is to tell us where you see yourself in 5 years.
Yep.
Chris, looking at you.
He'll be finally in Adobe YouTube's chat. Hopefully sooner than that.
Mike, thankfully we are on the mend, but we're really hoping that Courtney doesn't have any long-lasting bronchitis or anything like that, because not loving the congestion. Thank you, Arco. Thank you, Corey. Jacob, thank you
some more ginger tea
for doing a wonderful job modding.
Thank you.
Hey, Clever, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Every single one of you that are in chat, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us an hour of your time and for being down to learn about what's going on in film, in the industry, and see what's new in color mode. If there's anything that you would like to see, if there's any tutorials you would like, you want us to do more or less of things, make sure that you comment and jump in the Adobe Live Discord. Make sure that you like this video right down below. It helps with the algo, and it helps us a lot.
It does.
Adobe, thank you so much for having us. Mics are fire too. Thank you. Thank you.
We love them a lot.
Umo, appreciate you so much. I'm Ashleigh. This is Courtney. Hello. We're CA in LA, Courtney and Ashleigh in Los Angeles. We're best friends, filmmakers, musicians,
and variety streamers.
You can catch us tonight on twitch.tv/CA_in_LA at 7 p.m. Pacific. We probably won't be doing music. We'll probably be doing some film yaps and art. And please go check out the Adobe Live and RCA in LA Instagram collab today about color mode and our adventure overview at NAB 2026.
Woo.
You all are lovely. Please have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you so soon. Go back to sleep.
Me.
You. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bye.